uni. Obviously, at uni, you're living by yourself, so I'm just literally eating like Iceland chicken, eggs, like constantly. Like, I just had the routine, protein shakes, and at uni, I worked in the gym as well.
What
So
gym?
I worked in the gym. I worked in Gold's Gym, so it was like a bodybuilding
Oh,
gym.
yeah. That's
obviously I'm surrounded by those sort of people. So after being surrounded by so much people for a period of time, you start gravitating to what they're doing. So I just started training hard, and I enjoyed it. I think for me, funny enough, I used to watch WWE wrestling, and I always used to love. Like, and it sounds crazy.
You wanted to be a wrestler, bro.
But at one point in my life, I did. But
it's good money, you know.
It's massive money. I'm trying to be The Rock.
Fam, look at where he is right now.
Exactly. He's a superstar.
Educated black man. Let the people know this, bro.
So I'm a young educated black man with a degree.
Let us know what you got, bro.
Got 2-1 in sports, sports physiology and personal training.
Okay.
And yeah, man, literally just it's crazy. It's just even the fact I went uni. I didn't plan on going uni anyway. To be honest, I think I decided.
I remember
you
calling me, stressing out. Give you 30 seconds, and just list a few of the players that you train and who they play for, obviously, so that people know.
Ola Aina, Torino, Tammy Abraham, Chelsea, Fikayo Tomori, Chelsea, Chuba Akpom, Pauk, formerly at Arsenal, Joe Felix, formerly at QPR, Deji Oshilaja, Charlton, Charles Dunne, Motherwell, Sullay KaiKai, Blackpool, Stuart Southend, not Stuart. Well, it's literally just.
I mean, obviously, campaign fitness.
Okay, yeah.
Right. Talk to me about campaign fitness. And first, before you say campaign fitness, how did you come up with the name campaign?
Okay, do you know,
that's what I want to know.
The name campaign, is mad. Basically, when I used to go out, obviously, this is when I used to enjoy life, sort of be a nightlife boy. When I'll be popping, say, champagne, I'll be saying,
don't get carried away, bro. We want to have the campaign fitness, but I'm gonna listen to you.
No, you're listening to it. But you're listening to it. So you're listening to it. So always when you're popping champagne, like I'll say, campaign, champagne. Then I start calling myself campaign because of that. So over time, obviously, people are back in college time or something, people were just calling me campaign anyway. That I'm essentially training now. When they turn the age of 16, I'll sign them to my agency as of the campaign group. So once I sign them,
hold on. Slow down. So wait. Slow down. So now, obviously, we're transitioning from campaign fitness to campaign agency now.
Yeah, to the campaign group where it's going to be a football agency.
Campaign group.
Yeah.
You said, right?
Yeah, campaign group.
Oh, you're freezing.
Am I freezing?
A little bit.
Oh, gosh.
I got you. You're back now. You're back.
Yeah, cool.
All right. So campaign fitness is the fitness side. You train players. You train in pro players, obviously, but is it also open to, players that aren't professional too?
Yeah, of course. It's open to everyone. It's open to players that are free agents. It's open to anybody. Anybody can come to campaign fitness.
Okay.
But in terms of, obviously, it's football, mainly football specific. And obviously, luckily, with the connections I've got as well, if you are without a club, I can sort of see if I can get you to a club as well.
Yeah.
Because through time, I've got clients at Bristol City, that sort of stuff. So it's like, it's who you know as well now as well. So that's quite good. So I've got...
Okay, so let's move on to the campaign group now.
Cool.
The agency part. Talk to me about that.
So essentially what happened is that over time I'm thinking, I know for example, I'm not always going to be training people myself. I'm not always going to be able to train people. So the main aim is to create the campaign brand to be created onto a platform where I can sublet my clients. Obviously with the campaign ethos, we have the campaign fitness ethos, but I'll sublet it so I have my campaign trainers who train my players. Okay. Yeah. And along with that, I'm going to create the campaign group, which is the campaign agency, where what's going to happen under it is that it will have all the players that are coached under the campaign fitness regime be signed to me as an agent. So I'll be their agent.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yes.
So that's where it sort of comes into it. So being that I've seen some of these players, so right now I've got about 10 to 15 boys I'm training personally.
Okay, academy boys, you said.
Academy boys, yeah.
Okay.
So being that some like Spurs, Brighton, Arsenal, West Ham, Chelsea, everywhere.
Yeah.
So being that I'm doing this, I'm thinking I'm seeing these players grow. So I want to see them grow, not just from being good footballers. I want to see their growth within the industry as well.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm coming into it. So that's sort of my mentality behind what I'm doing.
Okay.
So the campaign group is sort of umbrella. My plan also is to sort of delve into that sponsorship. So I'm going to sort of maybe get some like t-shirts and maybe sponsor some youth and some academy clubs and some grassroots teams as well. That sort of stuff. So that's the plan as well. But that's sort of the main thing. It's an umbrella company that will sort of...
Bro, that's big plans, you know. You know, you traveling to Egypt for the African Cup of Nations, bro, with Nigeria and whatnot. Talk to me how that came, because bro, like another thing again, congratulations, bro, because that's big. You feel me? When you told me you was going to Egypt, I was like, what you talking about?
When I got told I was going to Egypt, I didn't believe it myself.
Bro, I was like, why are you going to Egypt? At first, I was like, who's this clown? Hey, listen, we'll get him out of there again, man. Hey, no negative vibes, bro. Behave yourself, okay? You act like a kid, I treat you like a kid, mate. But what was I gonna say? Obviously that opportunity of you getting into training Ola and then traveling, spending some time with the Nigerian team at a big competition too.
Yeah.
So talk to me about that.
So I forgot we even touched on that topic. Yeah, man. So obviously Ola, I'm Ola's personal trainer. Like Ola is probably, I think, all my footballers, Ola is probably the most consistent, and that's the reason why I always say players like Ola will get to the top, which he is at the top two when he's at the top two. He's playing in the elite league.
Definitely, bro.
Like if you're at the top of the, you're at the top. Obviously, you can always aim for more, but yeah. If we did nothing, no jumping about, it was all slow, controlled prehab. So it's injury prevention.
Yeah.
So that's what we did. And yeah, just sort of did that before every game. And then, yeah, man, it really went well. Had a really good tournament. We became third, I think.
Blessings, brother. Blessings.
It's good, man. The agency, so I can oversee it. And then that's what I love about my agency, because what I thought about is that it's not just going to be an agency where you're going to sort out contracts. No, all my players will have their own trainer who goes out to them and checks on them each time as well. That comes part of being part of the agency. You're part of the campaign group. So being part of that campaign group, you're going to get trained, you're going to get watched over. That's how I want it to be. Football is going to be a thing where, football soon will be a thing where every footballer will have their own entourage, basically.
Yeah. How do you track progress in your athletes?
Cool. So how I track progress on athletes is, first of all, when I'm training them, I always remember what they're lifting, how they're lifting, and their biomechanics as well. Okay. So I think what I've noticed as well is that I remember there was one footballer I trained, his name Ike Ogbo. He's at Chelsea, good player, striker. When I first ever trained him, he couldn't squat properly.
He couldn't what?
He couldn't squat. His squatting wasn't great.
Okay.
And that's when I knew. That's why it clicked in my head and said, you know what? These guys, he's an amazing footballer, but athletically, he can't just squat. His squat is not great. What does that say? But then, if he squats properly, his legs are more powerful. So I taught him how to squat properly, that sort of stuff. And over time, you see the progression in how he's squatting, what he's squatting, and that sort of thing as well. So you measure progression, you measure it through sort of the weights they're lifting, how they're lifting it, and the exercises they're doing. Because certain exercises that I'll do the first time with them, or the last time will be totally different. Because I know they weren't able to do X amount at certain times. Make sense?
Okay. Yeah.
And also, what I do is I watch them as well. You got to watch your players. Yeah. So I try my best to watch all my players. I watch Ola's game in Torino. Luckily, it comes on here as well. So there's even the William Hill app on the betting app. Italian. Oh yes.
Campaign fitness gym.
Oh yeah. That, you know, it's funny you say that as well, because this is another thing I always wanted to do.
You might have just given them an idea there, Ola. You know.
No. Hey,
just give me your idea. What's going on, skill tech, man?
Funny you say that, Ola, because Ola probably knows the gym I trained them at, the first ever gym I trained them at in my area, Bermondsey.
Yeah. everybody can eat, bro.
Yeah, of course.
Bro, there's enough to go around the whole table 10 times. You
100%.
feel me? And I know a lot of people are not big on, you know, kind of sharing their growth with someone because they might feel like, oh, I might be in his shadow or he might be in my shadow and whatnot, and they're not okay with that. But
100%.
for me, I look at it as, you know, when you link up with someone, yeah, and they're on the same path for you, they have the same drive as you, bro, you guys can push each other to the top together.
Easy, yeah, that's it.
Said, can hard work make up for talent?
100%. And you know, it's crazy. Funny you said that.
I agree too.
Funny you said that as well because talent is, there's no such thing as talent. Everything is hard work. And I don't necessarily agree with it, but I do.
There's talent, bro. There's definitely talent, man.
Definitely talent, 100%. That's why I didn't really, I totally agree with it. But I do feel like there's a lot of players out there that have become so much better because of their hard work.
Hard work, definitely, yes.
There's so many players that are talented and with the best thing, but the hard work is took them out a certain place. Because I feel like talent will get you here, hard work can get you here. Hard work and talent can get you there. Make sense?
Yeah. In terms of, you know, lifting from young and whatnot, like, what advice would you let players know? Like, what's the do-dos and what's the do-don'ts?
I thought lifting from young, don't lift weights that are overly heavy for yourself. And try not to do any weights that concentrate on your back area.
Okay.
And
Why?
Because things like your back area, that's your spinal area. So when you're growing, that's a very delicate area for you to play with.
That's a good point. I never really bro, when we were young, we just wanted to go in the gym and get wham, bro.
Yeah, that's it. So when you're growing as a person, that's a delicate area for you to be sort of fondling and playing with.
Okay.
So with that being said, you got to be careful with you got to be careful whenever you're doing anything in regards to your back area, because that's where you grow from. So be careful your back area, and just try to do stuff that is non-weight bearing anyway, like squat jumps. You can always get better at squat jumps. You can always do sort of mechanical work and bodily work, that sort of stuff, if you want to anyway, you know?
Okay.
So you can always do like fast switch stuff, hurdles, that sort of stuff. So you don't necessarily have to do weights, but be doing stuff that's going to make you a quick player. Make sense?
Okay. That makes, I like the advice for the back stuff. That definitely does make sense. You definitely don't want to stop your growth as a young player and whatnot. But no, I agree.